would see, so white people have a certain standing, Indians have a certain standing, blacks have a standing. If you're Guyanese, that's a different kind of thing. We look at Guyanese as different. You know? So I would say, yeah, that there are differences.
Do you think it's more skin color or culture? Or what's your... When most people say it, what do you think they mean?
I think it's a combination of skin color and also culture and also what has been happening from back in history,
right.
Historical times. I think it's a combination of all those
Have people
things.
been grouped historically?
Yeah. Even in terms of when you look at their other Caribbean countries, take for example Jamaica, because Barbadians are known for being passive. And I remember being at school and being taught in history as to why it is that Barbadians seem to be so passive as it relates to certain situations, because you would think that being the majority in terms of black people that we would
right, there's more black people here than white people. Right.
And I remember being taught in school that when in the days of slavery, when the slave ships were coming down, that Barbados would be one of the first places that they would stop. So they would get all of the good behaved slaves. They would be taken off in Barbados and sold in Barbados. And then by the time they got down to Jamaica, all that would be left would be the slaves that were the bad behaved. And that is what it is. So you're able to see, and I also find that attending a lot of history lectures, because my work for Barb, they always put on a lot of history lectures, so I have to go. And I find that I learn quite a lot of things from going to those history lectures. And I found that there are a lot of things that we just take for granted that are happening that actually have started from back in historical times, that we are just a reflection of the same things that have been coming.
Then it comes with the dolls as well. You always had the white dolls with the blonde hair and the long hair, and then in my days you had these things called gollywogs, were these very, very black dolls with kinky hair, and they were not very ugly. And it kind of make you feel like, why are the blonde dolls so pretty and so well shaped, and then you had these gollywogs that were just very ugly, and and they had all kinds. I kind of raised up in this society where we all tend to feel, because of the color of our skin and the type of hair texture we have, that we are less than. And it's only when I went to Australia, being honest with you, we went to Australia when I was fully grown, and after doing hair there, I started my daughter. I started doing her hair, and I would have it plait and twist, the plait and twist, or in corkscrew. And while in Australia in the outback, people loved her hairstyle, and my hairstyle used to comment so much and want to touch it. And then I started doing hair there because they wanted to know, can I have my hair done like this? They wanted my hair, and they loved my complexion. They would always be touching me, because we went in the outback when my daughter, she was 6 years old, and I was in my 30s. It's only at that age, because the white people loved me and loved my hair and loved who I was, that it made me realize that I'm special and I should love me for me. And it's only being there for 2 years that I realized, no, I love my hair. I love who I am. I love the skin I'm in. I think that black people can be so versatile in anything that we do.
So in terms of my hair, I decided about 7-8 years ago that I was going to just go natural. I was going to, work with it. I was going to embrace it and have fun. That's what helped me. I knew I always had a lot of hair, and I knew it would be a challenge, but I chose to have fun with it, to not see it as a burden. And I started first with the afro, and that's when I wore my afro in France. People thought it was beautiful. It's funny because when I went to France, when I went outside of Barbados, people loved my hair. When I was here, people looked down on it. People said, why don't you comb that? Why don't you cornrow that? Why don't you braid that? And I thought that I wanted to wear it open. So living overseas helped to liberate me in a way, kind of, to embrace it. After that, I decided I would wear locks for a while, And then I did the locks part, and then got tired of that because that's very high maintenance. And I went short for a while, and it came back to natural. And I really enjoy seeing other people enlightened by my choice. Because many times girls will come up to me and say, I didn't know I could do that, but you've inspired me to try. I didn't know that my hair could look like that. I didn't know my hair could be beautifully styled. So it kind of inspired other people to accept their hair as well. And that's why I continue to do it. So this style that you see me wearing, this is just a braided style, and it helps to protect my hair. So there are ways to do it. You just have to think, and you have to always plan, because it's not like other hair where you just wake up and go. We have to think about it. So it just calls for a little bit of effort.